Singapore is looking to tweak its public housing scheme so that HDB flats continue to be accessible and affordable for all. Delivering his National Day message, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong says the government will also help older workers enhance their retirement adequacy through their Central Provident Fund savings. Geraldine Yap with more.
My fellow Singaporeans.
Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong spoke from Dawson Estate in Queenstown, calling it a shining example of Singapore's housing story. He said the government has invested heavily to build affordable, accessible and high-quality public housing for millions of Singaporeans in both mature and non-mature estates. In general, flats in non-mature estates are cheaper because they have less comprehensive amenities and are not as centrally located. But Mr. Lee said the option to continue developing public housing in new estates will be limited as undeveloped sites become increasingly fewer in future.
So in time to come, more and more new HDB flats will be built in existing estates, like here in Dawson. Such flats will naturally be in greater demand. Their launch prices and resale prices will reflect that. But even amidst this changing landscape, we must still ensure public housing is accessible and affordable for Singaporeans of all income groups. We must also keep our housing schemes fair and inclusive for all. This is how we keep our national housing story going strong for current and future generations. This is my government's commitment to you, and we will deliver on it. We will have to adjust HDB's housing schemes to achieve these goals. We have some ideas on how to do so, which I will share at the National Day rally.
Mr. Lee said these HDB estates and homes will also be adapted to serve a rapidly aging population. Nearly 1 in 5 Singaporeans is a senior aged 65 or older today. By 2030, it'll be 1 in 4. And to make sure they build up enough CPF savings for retirement, Mr. Lee said more help will be given.
We have progressively enhanced the CPF system to make sure people can save enough in their working years. We are also providing targeted assistance to lower income workers, for example through workfare and progressive wages. But some older workers, now in their 50s and early 60s, still have not built up enough CPF savings for retirement and can do with some extra help. I will talk about this at the rally too.
But Mr. Lee said the government can only be a part of the solution. So he's urging everyone to do their part to stay healthy and well. Mr. Lee said Deputy Prime Minister Lawrence Wong and the 4G team will wrap up the Forward Singapore exercise later this year. He expressed confidence that they will take the country forward, but this will require Singaporeans to trust the political leaders and work closely together. And to preserve that trust, Mr. Lee said the government will deal with issues properly and transparently, like it has in the recent cases involving ministers and MPs.
Let there be no doubt. My government is determined to keep our system free of corruption and wrongdoing. We will maintain our high standards of honesty, integrity, and propriety. Singaporeans have come to expect this of us, and so have our international partners. This is how we can preserve, protect, and strengthen the trust that Singaporeans have in the government and in the Singapore system.